Exclusive. Arsenal urged to consider entering talks for a potentially exciting transfer. Newcastle set to battle Arsenal for 25-year-old English international. Arsenal in pole position to sign Premier League star. Hello, fans. Before we get into today's information, don't forget to subscribe to stay updated. Let's get into the video. Newcastle United are reportedly set to compete with Arsenal for the signing of Crystal Palace star Marc Guehi. The 25-year-old defender has impressed at the club under new manager Oliver Glasner, earning him a place in Gareth Southgate's 26-man England squad for Euro 2024. Guehi shone in the Three Lions tournament opener against Serbia, playing the full 90 minutes without conceding a goal. According to Caught Offside, both Newcastle and Arsenal are keen on securing the English international this summer and are expected to make initial bids soon. Crystal Palace values Guehi at £50 million, but this may exceed the budget of both clubs. Last season, he featured in 25 Premier League matches for the Eagles, though he missed much of it due to a knee injury. Under Glasner, Guehi has only played 3 games, but made a positive impact in all, including a 4-0 win over Manchester United and a 3-1 victory against Wolves. He also started as a defensive midfielder in a 5-0 win over Aston Villa on the final day of the season. Palace is aware of a significant sell-on clause from Chelsea, where Guehi began his career. Guehi would be a notable acquisition for either club based on his season-long performances even during Palace's challenging times under Roy Hodgson, where he stood out among his peers. What's your take on Arsenal's interest in signing Marc Guehi from Crystal Palace? Do you think he would be a good addition to the team? It's no secret that Arsenal plans to sell Kieran Tierney this summer transfer window, but Charles Watts has informed us that there's no concrete information on any negotiations with Newcastle United at the moment. In an exclusive interview with Caught Offside in his latest daily briefing column, Watts explained that it appears clear there's no future for Tierney at the Emirates Stadium following his return from loan at Real Sociedad last season. The Scottish player seemed destined for a promising future at Arsenal, but things haven't gone well for him in North London, and a move to places like Newcastle could make sense. However, despite Newcastle's interest shown last year, Watts isn't sure if it will materialize this summer, acknowledging that Arsenal might struggle to find a buyer due to the injuries that affected his loan spell at Sociedad. "I haven't heard anything indicating Kieran Tierney is heading to Newcastle," Watts said. "That seemed certain last summer. I was convinced that by the end of the 2022-23 season, he would be at St. James Park. Last summer, there were expectations that Tierney would move to Newcastle, but they opted to sign Lewis Hall from Chelsea, closing that possibility. Arsenal wants to sell Tierney, but faces challenges due to his injury history and high salary. After a frustrating loan at Real Sociedad due to injuries, finding a buyer this summer could be tricky. A new loan isn't ruled out, but everyone involved prefers a permanent separation. Arsenal has been advised to consider entering the fray for the potential transfer of Chavi Simons from Paris Saint-Germain this summer. In an exclusive interview with Caught Offside for his latest daily briefing column, Charles Watts shared his latest insights on Simons' situation. The Gunners journalist revealed that so far there is no concrete effort known to be made to sign the Dutch player. Simons spent last season on loan at RB Leipzig, where he had an impressive campaign after showcasing his potential at PSV Eindhoven before being reacquired by PSG. At 21 years old, he would be an intriguing addition for many top European clubs, but it remains uncertain if PSG would be willing to let him go again, with a new loan being possibly more likely than a permanent transfer. Watts suggested that Arsenal should consider this opportunity if it arises. Chavi Simons is another player who seems to be constantly linked with Arsenal, Watts said. "I haven't heard anything indicating they are going after him yet, but if PSG is open to a new loan, I think Arsenal should at least consider it." He pointed out that Simons had an excellent performance for Leipzig last season, fitting the criteria Arsenal looks for to diversify their attacking options. Watts also mentioned that personally, he would prefer Michael Olise from Crystal Palace over Simons. "He wouldn't be my first choice," he added. "I think I would prefer someone like Michael Olise taking on that role in the team." However, he acknowledged that Simons could present a tempting market opportunity for Arsenal this summer. Dear fan, do you agree with the opinion that Arsenal should consider signing Chavi Simons this summer? Amadou Onana is being linked with a departure from Everton this summer, with interest from Arsenal, Barcelona, and Manchester United. According to Mundo Deportivo, Arsenal are now the favorites to sign the 22-year-old Belgian midfielder. This would represent a significant boost for Arsenal, who hope to finalize the deal soon. Onana, who has shown his quality in the Premier League, could prove to be an excellent acquisition for the North London club, which needs more physicality and defensive robustness in midfield. He could form a high-level partnership with Declan Rice, explaining Arsenal's interest. It would be an upgrade over players like Thomas Partey and Jorginho. The opportunity to move to Arsenal would also be very appealing to the midfielder, giving him a chance to compete for trophies. Barcelona is also keeping an eye on Onana, but they may face financial difficulties in signing him. The Blaugrana have yet to find a long-term replacement for Sergio Busquets, and the Belgian would fit well into that role. However, they will struggle to compete financially with Premier League clubs, especially considering Barcelona's current financial challenges. Onana is valued at £50 million, and his potential transfer would mark a significant step forward for Arsenal, who are aiming to win the Premier League title after finishing as runners-up in the last 2 seasons. At just 22 years old, Onana has great potential for growth and could be a solid long-term investment for the Gunners. Adrien Rabiot's excellent performance for France proves he would be an ideal signing for Arsenal. While 33-year-old N'Golo Kanté dominated the midfield headlines, Juventus's Rabiot also stood out impressively beside him. Recently linked with a potential transfer to Arsenal, his midfield display showcased exactly why he would be a good fit. Arsenal is in search of a new number 8, and the 29-year-old Rabiot would be ready to compete for the London club. French channel L'Équipe, known for its rigorous game analysis, described Rabiot's performance as magnificent against a strong Austrian team. They wrote, "To deliver such a talented performance after a month without playing shows the player's high level. He had aggressive marking, won back possession 5 times, displayed technical precision, and played a crucial role in defense on the left side." Rabiot is considering his future at Juventus. Signing a player of Rabiot's caliber is never easy, but the French international could be available this summer as his contract expires at the end of the month. Juventus recently made a new contract offer, but so far, no significant progress has been made. This situation could benefit Arsenal, which would be well positioned to pursue his signing. Rabiot, alongside Declan Rice, would form an extremely solid midfield for Arsenal. While sometimes a more creative number 8 is needed, the versatile Frenchman possesses a very complete skill set. What is your opinion on the potential signing of Adrien Rabiot by Arsenal? Do you think he would be a good addition to the team's midfield? Thank you very much for watching up to this point. Until next time.